Guys, I am back and today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me, and I think I want to try doing the like sunburnt look where you bring the blush like up onto like the tops of your cheeks, like under your eyes, because I don't really have much going on today, so I thought that would be like kind of cute, easy makeup. And then also I don't know, I just think it looks cute and I kind of want to try it, see how it looks on like my face shape. So I'm gonna start with my primer. This is still my Revlon mattifying primer. It stopped coming out when I pumped it, so I decanted it into this old Youth to the People container. I just get out of the shower as per usual with these videos. I feel like I've always just gotten out of the shower, and that's really just because I tend to, on weekend days when I have the ability to film, or just any day where I'm not like doing stuff and have the time to film, like get ready with me, I'd rather work out and then do my face than do my makeup and then work out like right before I go to bed, because I tend to work out right before I go to bed on like weekdays when I work or have school. But I don't like doing that as much when I have the option to enjoy my morning. This is my water. I had the worst headache yesterday, and I think it's because I've not been getting enough water, which is like not cute for me. So I'm gonna be taking this NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in the shade Soft Beige. This is just like the smidgest bit, I don't want to say too dark, it just doesn't quite work. Like for my under eyes, but it kind of matches my face. It doesn't match my foundation very well, I think, is the issue. And my foundation's so sheer that you can see the concealer really easy, guys. But because I'm gonna be going in with blush over like my nose and stuff, I want to make sure that all of this area is as canceled out as possible, so that it doesn't just make me look what's the word, flushed in like a I just ran 3 blocks way, not in a easy breezy beautiful cover girl way. I don't know why, but like whenever I'm trying to describe something as like the way that I want it to be, my brain is like easy breezy beautiful cover girl. I've watched too many advertisements. That was a topic that came up in one of my classes last quarter, is like how many advertisements people, and especially children, are exposed to on a day-to-day basis. And one of the people in my class was like, well, we should regulate the number of advertisements that a child is allowed to see in a day. And although I think that in like a perfect world, yes, that would be nice, in reality, we see advertisements everywhere, like when we're driving and when we are flipping through books and magazines, when we're on the internet, when we're watching television, all of that. And there's no way to know how many advertisements a child can see like on the drive to school every day without like stalking individual children and then like doing crazy calculations. It's not really practical, in my opinion. Like, that was my dissenting opinion on the matter. I'm gonna go in with 3 pumps of this Coola tinted sunscreen, and then I'm gonna go in with a pump of my Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. Let's try this. Let's see how this works. So if I look like a glitter ball, no one will care. Or if they do care, that's a them problem. I've gotten very comfortable with classifying stuff as other people's problems, I think, over the past 2 years. Kind of my philosophy is I'm gonna try and be a nice and nice and fun to be around human being as much as I can. And if you still don't like me, that's a you problem. So if someone thinks my foundation is too glittery, that's a them problem. Yeah, I think the concealer's too warm and then my foundation is too cool. So when I apply them together, you can almost kind of like see where my face goes from like warm to cool. So hopefully that'll like fix itself when I go in with the blush, I think. But first I'm gonna go in with brows because I want to give all of this just a chance to sit on my face for a second. Among exciting news, I have 2 weeks left of my internship. I am excited to go home. I went straight, like literally straight from school to here. I drove from my last final home, and then the next morning we left for Minnesota. So I never got a break. I was either taking tests, driving, or here, you know, and as much as there have been some very fun, very nice days here, I am very much looking forward to a break for spring break, I went and hiked Machu Picchu, as some of you may know, with my good friend Max, and that was so fun, so rewarding, and exhausting. And then my spring quarter, so the quarter that I have after spring break, I took 19 units. To give you a kind of background, if you're not familiar with the way that CSUs do their unit systems or core systems, a unit is supposed to be an hour of class per week, but 3 hours of lab per week, if that makes sense. So a 4-unit class that has a lab is 3 hours of lecture and then 3 hours of lab. So it's actually 6 hours of class. You're supposed to do 2 to 3 hours of studying per unit per week. And a full-time student is considered 12 units. Oh no. Yeah, so a full-time student is considered 12 units. And I was doing 150% of that. So it was crazy. I was also working. It was my first quarter as an ISA. That was so much fun. I really enjoyed it, but it was also a lot of work. I had to dedicate like 5 to 6 hours every week to it. I was also grading and trying to do well. I ended up getting a 4.0 in my classes, which was really great, but I can't deny that last quarter really knocked me out. So I'm gonna go and I'm just gonna take, I think I'm gonna have to, usually I blend this in with my fingertips, but I think I'm gonna have to go in with my sponge just because there's just starting to become so much sweat and product on my face, which sounds like super cute, right? Oh God, this is a choice. Is this a look or is this a look away? Anyways, so yeah, so I definitely was burnout last quarter, and that burnout has followed me. I think I have touched on this a little bit in some of my past get ready with me's and videos, and I don't want to harp on it too much, but long story short, I'm very excited to go home. I have some really fun plans with my family planned. My parents are getting a foreign exchange student to fill the gap in their lives that I have left. Kidding. They've been talking about getting foreign exchange students since like I was in high school. This is a thing that they've always thought was really cool because they're good friends of theirs did that when their daughters went off to college. So my mom's very excited about the fake Swede. We originally were supposed to get foreign exchange students from Sweden in like April of 2020, and I'm guessing you can figure out why that didn't end up happening. Okay. I can't tell if I like this or not. I think this is one of those, like, you gotta do your whole face. Just go with it. And if I hate it, it's just makeup. Yeah, I am so excited. And my friend is visiting me next week. I've got a bunch of plans for us. We're gonna go to the conservatory and Mall of America and all of that. So that'll be really fun. My final presentation is gonna be next week. Actually, my final presentation is gonna be on the day that you are watching this. So wish me luck. And yeah, it is, there's a lot to look forward to. I think it's funny because I've been trying a lot to compare this program with my program that I did in Los Angeles. If you've been watching my channel for a while now, you know that I was in Los Angeles last summer and fall. So I was there from July to December. And on the one hand, I feel like comparing them can be helpful for me, just to know, like, think about what I liked and what I didn't like. But on the other hand, it's really hard to compare them because, like, I was at one of them for 6 months and one of them for 10 weeks. They were for two different companies, but they're both big companies. I don't think that's, like, hard to compare. But they were in two completely different, like, functions of the company. So I'm just gonna take this shade, but I'm not going to put it where I put my cream blush. I'm just gonna put it on, like, tops of my cheekbones. Anyways, so it's hard. Like, a part of me wants to compare them, and people keep asking me how they compare, but it's just really hard to know if the things that I liked about one are really that comparable about the other, if that makes sense. So, like, I feel like at my last position, I was much more effective. I did more things. I made more contributions to the company, which I really liked. I'm kind of a border collie. I like feeling like I have things to do. That being said, I was there for 6 months. So I learned how to do things over a longer period of time and had more availability to take on longer term projects. Like, my first project that I finished at my last position took, I think I was there for more than 10 weeks. We wrapped it up at, like, the beginning of October or the end of September. And I got there in July, right? Mid-July. So that's, I think that's about 10 weeks, if not more than 10 weeks. So that wouldn't be an appropriate project to give an intern who's only going to be there for 10 weeks if you don't know if they're going to get it done or not, you know? Because some of my issues with it were completely out of my control / a miscommunication. I really liked feeling like a fully functioning, effective member of a team. I really miss being someone who my coworkers, even my full-time coworkers, could go to for help on things. That was something that I was really proud of myself about at my last program. And it's not to say that this program I'm not doing anything, but it's a lot of attending meetings and trying to understand what's going on. And some days I'm tired and I don't care what's going on, which sounds so bad, but you know, we all have those days. So it's interesting. There's a lot of people asking me right now what I want to do when I graduate. I don't know. But I'm kind of just figuring that out. So that's been my last couple of weeks since I've done a Get Ready With Me. And yeah, I've been really enjoying this palette. I played around with it on Friday and did kind of a fun liner look. And then today, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm just gonna do something light and breezy. Maybe just take a little bit of the gold shade and tap it lightly. over my lids. Does anyone else who project pans start thinking about what they want to do the following year in like July? Because I've already started my products I want to pan in 2023 list, and started thinking about what projects I want to do next year. I think that's partially because some projects don't start in January. They're running like Graveyard Project Pan, it's running right now, and in January I'm not going to think about it when I'm thinking about my project pans necessarily if I wait. But right now, if I know that's something that I want to do, then I can set aside the kind of space in my panning ability to do it. Because like I know there are some like world-class panners who can pan like 400 products at one time and use up 3 bronzers in a month and all of that. And I have a lot of respect for those panners, but that is not me, unfortunately. So I know that like I need to, if I'm gonna have 3 different projects going on, one of them can't be a full face rolling project because then I'll have nothing to roll into Graveyard once it opens up. So I'm also trying to consider the fact that I might be moving, potentially, like, even cross country. It might be with, like, it might just be moving within my state or city even, but it could potentially be, like, across the country, so I don't want to overextend myself, I guess. Okay, so that's what I decided to do with the eyes. I took taupe in the crease, a little bit of gold on the lid, like very lightly, and then lined my eyes very smudgily with sable. I'm gonna spray my face with the Ulta Matte Makeup Setting Mist, and I will be right back. And I'm gonna do mascara and maybe a little bit of eyeliner, and then I'll be back. Okay, we're back with mascara and setting spray, and then now I'm just going to take a little bit of my highlighter and put it on my inner corner. I am liking the flushed Sunburnt look a lot more than I was when I first did it, not gonna lie. And I want to try and add a little bit of Faux Freckles because why not? So I'm just going to take this MAC 263 brush and the shade Taupe, and then I'm going to dip into the shade Sable so I lay down some okay. I actually have real freckles, but a lot of them got covered up by the concealer and foundation and blush and all of that, so I'm just going to take like the side of the blush, the side of my sponge that applied the blush, just going to bounce some of those out. I think this looks cute, but it's one that would benefit from a different type of brush and a little practice. There we go. I don't even know if you can tell that I added them, but those look cute. And then to finish things off, I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Gloss Bomb in the shade Fenty Glow. This is getting quite messy. So yeah, this is the finished look. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you had fun sitting, listening to me yammer while I applied some makeup and tested some new techniques. If you enjoyed today's video, I'm gonna link down my get ready with me's, but also my palette bingos, because those are also very chatty and fun and makeup application. So I really hope that you enjoy. I hope that you are having an incredible, awesome day so far, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys.